everybody, welcome to a new video, and today we're going to have the 600 subscriber special, which I would never be late to. Okay, jokes aside, we are going to be ranking all of the Disventure characters like likability-wise. So is this going to be subjective? No, this is just going to be how much I like them as characters and all that. If we want to do stretch rankings, that's another time. This is just going to be like ranking them. A few things to note before I begin though, all Scenepacks views will be credited into the description. On Disventure characters and by animation cartoons, this is just me having opinions on characters. And if you have completely different opinions, that is completely fine. But again, these are just my own. So we are going to move on to the last person on this tier list. We're going to go from worst to best. And there are 28 characters to go over, so we better just get right into this. Starting off with Maggie.
Huh? A giant?
This may come as a shock to some of y'all, but yeah, I have Maggie at the very bottom of my list. So in the background, I'm using episode 1 of season 2 because I could not find a SCENEPACK for her, so. But anyways, Maggie as a character I don't have an opinion on her. That's why she's all the way down on the list. Because I don't have an opinion. Like say, we're just gonna use Jake in this example. Spoiler alert, I do not like Jake. But at least I have an opinion on Jake. At least I have an opinion on him. Rather than Maggie, where I have just none. She just exists. I did not care if she would get eliminated. I did not care what she did. She just existed to me. And so it's like, what else am I meant to do? She isn't a bad character per se, it's just she felt very one note, and that I just never cared about her. Like, whatever she did, she didn't care. The only thing I really cared about was when she threw in the face, which, that was, I guess, cool to see, but otherwise there's not really much more, again, to note on her. And I'm just struggling to talk about her right now, so. I think that says enough about Maggie's character. Anyways, we're gonna move on to number 27, which if you've seen my channel before, this won't come as a shock to you.
Hey, according to the map, we're 2 kilometers away. Oh, do you need me to carry your luggage?
I was wondering if putting them this low was actually deserved. Then I rewatched episode 10 and 11. Then I realized, yeah, he deserves this. I'm sorry to all the Jake fans out there, but it's just after episode 10 and 11, and after rewatching other episodes, it's just, subjectively, Jake is a good character. Subjectively. But this isn't subjective rankings. This is how much I like the character. And I do not like Jake. And I hated him in BTA. I hate him now. Let's see if I hate him in All Stars. Because he's coming back for All Stars. And at this point, so maybe he can improve. Maybe I can care about him again. But at this point, let's see if the hate train continues. I know I don't really have much to say on Jake. Okay. Let's see. I hate Jake and Tom as a pairing. I'm saving that for the season review. I'm saving that rant or the unpopular opinions, whichever comes first in the lineup. And the Jake and Ellie arc, I hate too. Well, I like the beginning. Actually, the Miriam arc. He's really wholesome with Miriam. That's really sweet, you know? There's a positive I can give Jake. Woohoo! I love the Miriam and Jake arc. It's just sweet. Anyways, there's not much more to state on Jake. He stayed up till episode 10, and this is all I have to say on him. Truly. But we're just gonna move on to number 26.
Don't worry, love. It ain't from your house, cat.
If you don't care for animals' life, I might not care for yours.
Nick is a character I dislike. I really don't have much more to add on to that. Nick's potential though is very high. Like his potential for a character is really there, and I would have liked to see him come back in All Stars with his potential, but he didn't. And of course, there's reasons he didn't come back, and plus, after I didn't even make he had potential, so. But still, what we got in the show through episodes, I have an entire video on Nick actually, just go watch that. Most of my thoughts still remain true, though I probably need to update it a bit, yeah. Maybe one day in the future when I have the time. But there's that much, so if you just want to hear my thoughts on Nick. But to summarize, I dislike him. I wish he was more like the BTA. And what on earth was episode 4, Nick? Moving on to number 25.
I'm so excited to be here.
This last year has been a bit hard for me due to some personal situations, and I think that will help me distract myself a bit.
Watch the SCENEPACK for Ellie. I'm too lazy to go hunt it down, so we're just gonna deal with this. Ellie as a character is just very boring. That's the reason she's this low on the list, to be real with you guys. She did nothing. She lasted for 9 episodes, and all she did was like Hunter, not like Hunter, and hang out with Tess. That's it. Let's look to somebody else in the love triangle real quick. Alright, Tess. Tess had her own middle mini-arc. Yeah, she interacted with Hunter and Alec. Cool, but that wasn't all she did. She also had a little arc of hers, which was really cool to see as her character. And then she just gets booted before Allie, who had no business being here. She did nothing. What is this? I'm sorry, but Allie is just, she doesn't have a personality at all besides nice gamer girl, which cool base for a character, but you need to develop upon that character trait. Develop on the character itself. She lasted for 9 episodes. She needs to have something for her. Something that's not the love triangle. Hunter also basically only had the love triangle, so he kind of falls into this trap. The only one who really doesn't is Tess. That's why Tess is my favorite of the love triangle. Spoiler alert, I guess, but anyways, we're just gonna be moving on to number 24 since there's really not much more to know on Ellie. I just wish she had more of a personality, if anything else.
But Jake and Tom went fishing. They took all the fishing gear.
Oh, yeah!
And Nation, I do apologize for this, but also, I need people to explain to me why they like Dan as a character. Why they think he's a good character. Because I've never gotten it, and I don't think I ever will. Because Dan as a character, did nothing! He sat there for 7 episodes. He made an alliance, sure, but what else? Oh, they got me a dinner. I hate that arc. Oh my gosh, I'm here. I don't like that arc because it just I don't like it. That's more of an explanation when I have to rewatch these episodes again because my brain is just off the top of my head. But still, it's just not a fun arc. And the way it ends also leaves just a bitter taste in my mouth. Like Gabby getting revenge on Dan for voting her even though Dan apologized multiple times. It doesn't feel like revenge. Like, I love that scene because, well, it saves Ellie, iconic. But at that same flip of a coin, it doesn't help this arc specifically. So, I really don't know what to think. But back onto Dan more so. Again, he just did nothing. T-pose. He doesn't really have a personality either. Like, nice, smart guy, okay, what more? And he's not back for All-Stars, so basically this is all we get, so. Yeah, I think Dan's gonna be remaining at the bottom of my rankings unless I'm somehow convinced that he's actually a good character because I'm not. He just existed for 7 episodes, did nothing. He's like the Allie of season 1. That is the best explanation I can give. Anyways, we're gonna be moving on to number 23.
I'd already forgotten how it felt to emit such negative energy. It felt good.
It's not that Kai is a bad character, he's just there. Like, there's not much more to know on him. I do like his dynamic with Yule. It is absolutely hilarious. Like, when Yule's like, guys, other teams trying to make alliances. And when Yule's just so annoyed that they're talking, like, he's just, why? And it's just absolutely hilarious. I also like his dynamic with Maggie, though I do wish there was a lot more development in that dynamic because, like, I don't ship it, and I don't ship it at all. I don't see it because there was no development, and I need development to ship something. That's how this works. But still, I do think that him going into the wilderness was absolutely hilarious, and then we just see him in episode 6 chilling with Maggie, kind of funny, and then we just see him in the finale just. So overall, Kai stayed true to his character, didn't get derailed, an accomplishment truly. He's cool at the surface, but I just like all the other characters more than him, and I think they offer more. Most of them do anyway, so he is this low on the list. Moving on to number 22 though.
You'll get used to this. Everything will be fine.
Thanks, Ashley.
Will's character is just DJ. That's the best explanation I can actually give you for DJ's character. Actually, Will and my gosh, I even confuse their names. But anyways, the reason Will is high on this list is because of Wishley. There's no other reason actually. This proves my Wishley bias is way too high. Oh dear. But anyways, I really don't look forward to Samuel. He was the first boot, so of course I really don't. although his interaction with Fiore in episode 2 was absolutely hilarious. And Nick, you dumb idiot. If you had kept Will in, you wouldn't have been, whatever, that's an entire other discussion. But anyways, let's get into number 21.
How do you know my age?
Connor, okay, really not much to say on him, but anyways, he was like, I don't know, he quit in season 2, but his interactions with Riya were kind of cool, I guess. I don't ship them, by the way, just let me be clear, you guys. They have I can't get out of my head that when Riya was 1, Connor was 21. That will never escape my brain, and so I can never ship them. I'm sorry, I can't. So to all my Connor and Riya shippers out there, I do apologize, but my brain cannot. I know that's literally the one thing I'm talking about Connor here, but he really offered nothing much more in season 2 rather than his dynamic with Riya, and that is probably the only reason he's back in All Stars. No offense, but that's probably it. Even in the poster that was just released, we can see the fact that, well, he's with Riya and he's scared, so I think, whatever. But enough on theorizing, he's overall just a cool guy, I guess. He gave advice to Hunter that, well, you know, and he also gave advice to Kai. He quit for Riya, which was also kind of wholesome, but they're a wholesome friendship. But anyways, on to number 20. Not much more to get to say on Connor.
Good morning. We couldn't sleep well. This place sucks. Who is your manager? I need to talk to him right now.
Karol! Miss Potential everywhere around her. Okay, so basically Karol is a cool character, I guess, because I like how she actually has depth to her. Because in episode 2 we see she has a song sounded she likes animals, which is really sweet, and then she's eliminated same episode by James' stupidity. James, that is the dumbest move I think I've ever seen. You just secured yourself. Second boot, yay, woohoo, no! Okay, that again, another discussion for another time, but that was just not smart by James, just to be very clear. And then when she came back in like episode 8, I was excited because I was like, yes, Karol's gonna get revenge on James and Aiden. Yes, yeah! And she's gonna be the antagonist, and it's gonna be great. But clearly, my expectations were lower after episode 9. I do understand they wanted to keep Riya that villain up, I do. But why couldn't Karol get a little bit of revenge on James? Come on. And the biggest issue with this is because it feels like James and Aiden are more wrong than Karol. And we're meant to feel the opposite. Yes, Karol did try to manipulate the two, but what did Aiden do to her? Well, at least in her mind. In Karol's mind, Aiden tried to manipulate her in order to cause this. So of course she's gonna try and do the same to him. Yeah, she's getting her revenge. Beautiful. And then Aiden puts the spider. Look, you can debate all you want about how much Karol did trust Aiden, but she did trust him with that spider. He turned that trust and like, oh, dude, you broke her leg. That's nowhere near on the scale of vote out. I don't think Karol considered injuring the two. Well, maybe she did, but the point is, she didn't do it. Aiden did. It's just, So that episode, and then at the very end of the season, she spoke actual facts. Why did they get away with everything? Yes, Karol, it's unfair. It's just meant to frame her as in the wrong, and it's like, yay. I just feel bad, and that's the ending of Karol because she ain't coming back from. So maybe they're gonna have another season and maybe Karol will come back. Otherwise, I feel like so much potential was missed, and overall, I just see her more as the hero than anything else because like, what were Aiden and James doing? But anyways, we're just going to be moving on to number 19, I think, yeah.
I know. It seems to be a bit complicated, but we can deal with it.
Lill, overrated, but still an icon. Lill is overall such a cool character in my eyes. First off, she lasted till episode 5, and then she got a few lines in the finale. It's cool to see. So I did like her taking down Fiore, and I like the fact that she was suspicious about Fiore. Thank you! Thank you for having more brain cells than anybody else in this darn alliance. And then Lill's strategic side is the main reason she is with high agree with y'all guys. Because Lill's strategic side, when I did the gameplay and likability rankings for season 1, I did not think of Lill as something strategic until I actually had to, analyze it for the video itself. And it's just cool to see how strategical it actually was. And that, for me, again, boosts her character by a landslide because strategic people in this game are hard to find because a lot of them are just dumb. considering these two I have on screen right now. But anyways, we're just gonna be moving on to number 18. Again, Lill's a cool character. Liked her issues with Nick, Ashley, and I guess Will too. Who knows? But still, moving on.
You're right. And I was trusting her and doubting you. I feel like an idiot.
Aiden as a character, probably the one to drop most of my rankings. So ever since I actually became a Disventure VTuber, I've had to look a lot more into the series itself so I can actually, well, make videos on it, truly a form fun. But anyways, we're rewatching the seasons, which I have to do a lot more now. I think I know way too much on the series. But itself, after all, Aiden's boring. Plain and simple, he's boring. For my memory, he wasn't, but after rewatching, he did nothing. He developed nothing. The only thing probably developed is like, even then it's like, what? The ship itself is also very just toxic too, because James originally wanted to use her, so probably not the best way. But still, I do like Aiden's friendship and attraction to Blake. I like that, which underrated friendship, by the way. They were really close friends, and then we're getting to see more else there. That's the only thing I'm excited about Aiden for, because I also want to see him just make it farther without James, because maybe he developed a personality then. Like, he's just so basic though. And everyone wanted him to win too, because I was at the finale premiere myself. Everyone, he did nothing, guys. He doesn't deserve this. Like, I'm sorry, but he did nothing except float. He is one of the dumbest players because he puts this trust in the wrong people every single time. Every single time, votes wrong too. Like in episode 8, what was this? I don't want to vote Lincoln. You have to choose. Doesn't matter if you don't want to. You almost caused James to go home. You were lucky Karol was dumb too. You're very lucky. And it's just, I'm sorry to all the Aiden fans out there. But he's dumb. He's bland because he really doesn't have a personality either. Beyond like nice, regular guy. I don't know what else to really say on anything, but I guess I'm excited to see him in All-Stars, and I hope he has personality. I think Aiden and Allie are kind of similar in the fact that they get way too far with no coherent really art and no coherent really development, so interesting to think about. I think that also applies to Rosa too, actually. Whatever, we're moving on to number 17.
Wow, with such amazing parents, you must be just as amazing.
Rosa Maria, overrated visionary. All the Rosa Maria fans are just suddenly offended at me. Please calm down, guys. Rosa Maria, she's cool at the surface, and her archetype is very interesting. Being long, ooh, we're gonna get some interesting on that. But we don't. She's nice, cool, but what else? Like, okay, she got the money for Sophia, that's sweet, but what else? Like, I think you can see a problem with season 2 here. A lot of the characters stay at their base level archetype and don't grow from that. They just stay there and don't change. It's, okay. But Rosa Maria, again, is a nice character. She's cool. I love how she, like, lasted 10 episodes, and here I am trying to find things to say about her. Her friendship with Blake is just wholesome, and her friendship with, like, everybody else is also wholesome. She's just a wholesome character all around. Well, that is until the end of episode 10. She just gets screwed over, and I just need to know how she found that totem. If only you had told Riya before you told Blake, I think this would have caused so many less issues. So many, but whatever. But still, Rosa's cool. She's coming back for All-Stars, which, okay. I may be the only person who really doesn't care that much because I might be shocked, but God, where else can you take Rosa? She's happy now. She's got her daughter, she's got the money she needs. Why does she need to come back? There is no reason for her to return. None at all. Unless you want your Rosa Maria and Riya interaction, which if that's all she's coming back for, why bring her back in the first place? Then again, Connor's coming back, so maybe I'm just wrong, but again, she's cool, I like her, but there's really not more to her than what we see on the screen. And I do like her interaction with James, I guess. There's just, again, not really much to talk about when it comes to Rosa, because she barely did anything, barely has a personality beyond being nice, so what more is there to talk about her for? Anyway, we're going to be moving on to number 16.
Opportunity to advance in the game. I will definitely take it.
Our local character who had way too much plot armor. Okay, moving on. It is kind of funny how we just won immunity pretty much every episode, except one episode he doesn't need it, and the other episode he just got out. And I find that absolutely hilarious, although the plot armor there is insane to me. Like, what was episode 7's immunity? Like, sorry, but that should have gone to Lake. I know that we have to protect Hunter, but really? That is how you make Hunter win? It just makes local a lot more robbed. And she was, to be honest, y'all. Very, very wrong. But anyway, back on Hunter and the love triangle. I don't give a care because I don't like love triangles. That's just how I work. Again, I never liked love triangles, so it's no offense to the show itself. I just never vibe with them. I just don't. Because usually it's very obvious, A, which ship is going to become canon, B, usually don't like either of the ships in it. It just happens like that. Well, I did like Hunter and Alec for one episode. Wow. But moving on, Hunter again is just, what more is there to say? He's kind of like Duncan and Trent if they were in one. I forget who said that, but they are so right. Whoever said that, I do apologize for not crediting you. I just forgot. My brain is not about to go on the hunt, so for that comment. But yeah, Hunter is just Duncan and Trent into one, so I guess that's cool. But he had a lot of potential, just utilized. I guess he's cool, but he's coming back for All Stars. He's probably gonna be an early boot, but watch me be wrong with the beef with Ali. Oh dear. Anyway, moving on to number 15.
You have fame and money. What are you doing?
Tess is so cool in the fact that she actually has a personality in the love triangle. Like ass. No, moving on though, I really do like Tess as a character. She's really cool because she actually has an arc. She goes through that and it's really wholesome with her interactions with Hunter and Allie and her just learning to enjoy life, just having fun, and then she gets eliminated in episode 7. Robbery! Get Alec out of here. Keep Tess in, please. I know Allie had to stay for that episode 9 scene, but you know, it's fine, I guess. But still, Tess is really fun to watch as well. She gives off serious Gwen vibes, but I think Ellie has more Gwen vibes. Both Tess and Ellie give off such similar vibes that I would not be shocked if they're close friends and All-Stars, would not be shocked. But still, Tess is just fun to watch. Really like a character overall. Her interactions with the people are also kind of funny. I know she had barely any, but Yule's just an overall fun character, so I gotta give that to her too. But still, I'm so excited to see Tess back. Also, she's an artist and she is drawing for Lake's books. Yes, please. And she also looks like in her All-Star design, like she's really happy, just chilling with an art history. But she's gonna be pulled into the drama of Allie and Hunter. Oh, come on. Let her be separated from Allie and Hunter and just be alone, be developed. I need to see Allie and Tess without Hunter though. I need that. But anyways, again, Tess is really cool. And we're just gonna be moving on to number 14.
I'm Riya. I have been a Bollywood actress. I came to the United States 3 years ago to continue my career and get better roles.
Legit recorded like a 20-minute scene pack for Riya and it's just nowhere, so whatever at this point. But if you want to hear my full thoughts on Riya, just go to my Riya character analysis because we're just going to quickly summarize the thoughts because we've still got a lot of characters to go and this video is already way too long already. Well, whatever. Riya's a very cool character in concept. She's cool, but it's just bad in execution. Again, no offense, but it just feels like it feels too rushed and too of a sudden change because yes, you want it to be unexpected. You want plot twists, villains, of course, to be unexpected, but it feels like here with this, it just feels like it came out of nowhere. And of course, rewatching with the twist in mind, you can see the foreshadowing, but I don't think it was obvious enough, and I don't think there were enough hints. But I also feel like that the change was so sudden and also so drastic because she left Aiden hanging off a cliff for seriously right now. She left him. What the heck is that? Honestly, finale Riya is an entire box to unravel. It's entire we just gotta go through that multiple times. But if you want, just go check out my Riya character analysis video if you want to hear a lot more in depth on Riya. But otherwise, we're just gonna move on to number 13.
Failures in low-paying jobs. I'll finally do something that will be remembered.
Oliver, what a cool character. I really do like Oliver. He's so cool. And the fact the intern arc, they gave him the Dakota treatment. Amazing. Except he didn't turn into a mutant at the end, so automatically better. But still though, I really like Oliver's arc with Crystal and him being a part of the subplot. He was first boot, but he's one of the most major characters in season 2, and I find that so intriguing and so interesting a direction to take a character like Oliver. And still, Oliver is just so fun to watch. I really do enjoy, again, his interaction with Crystal. I need to see him interact with Nina more, please. And also his interaction with the other campers, but he's just this nice guy, and there really isn't more to him. We don't learn too much. We learn about his intern backstory, I guess, a bit. I hope we get to learn more about his intro backstory in season, and I love the fact he was promoted. Derek and Trevor are going to be responding to him. I'll have the table covered. But it's nice to see him just happy now. Let's see how he does in All-Stars. Again, his character is cool, so now we're going to be moving on to number 2.
It was a bit chilly last night.
He was so robbed as a character. Lying again right now. He was so robbed. He's such a cool character in the episode season. I know him being number 12 when he was like 3 episodes. It's like, what the heck? Why is he this high? Because he is just that good of a character. Is he kind of overrated? Yes, he is. But I don't care at this point because he's just such a sweetheart. Oh my gosh, his friendship with Gabby is so sweet. Like, he literally went wherever Gabby supported because he was such good friends with Gabby. That's so just yes, and yes. So I'm guessing at the hotel they became even closer as friends. Just thank you. And then he's just such, and he's so funny too at times. Like when he put the nice, when he like pull out his notebook with just nice written on it, I burst out laughing. He's just, again, I get it. He was just there to be a boot, but I think he's a lot more to the fandom, you know what I mean? Because he's just sweet, okay? I hope to see him again one day because he's just such a cool character. But anyways, we're just gonna be moving on to number 11.
I figured. You look a little intimidated here. I live in a place very similar to this. Believe me, everything will be fine.
I always talk about how overrated Ashley is, and here she is, at number 11 on my list. So moving on, Ashley as a character is really cool. And I do like her interactions with Wishley. And Lill is also cool. Her friendship with Lill is great. I also originally heard, again, take this with a grain of salt, again, this is just what I've heard, she was originally going to be booted in episode 4 or something. This obviously could be very, very wrong, but if it's true, oh my goodness, imagine how that would have shaken up the season if Nick and Ashley's placements were swapped. That would have been very interesting to see. Now I kind of want to do that. Now I kind of want to do, oh my gosh. But anyways, Ashley is really nice Fiore, and it's cool to see her backstory too, which I do appreciate the fact that Ashley has a backstory and a bit of development from her beginning self. Again, we all know that she's coming back in All-Stars, so I wonder if she's going to be more of an early boot, if anything, but I think she could also have the development and potential to be a finalist, especially given the fact that she's a very fan favorite within the fandom, and she is, of course, a really cool base for character, and it's interesting to see her. And also, I need to see her and Tal have a rivalry again. It was so entertaining in episode 1, just need to see that again. But still, we're just going to be moving right into the top 10, starting off with...
Absolutely not! We'll take the penalty. I don't care.
Because the character is basically what if Noah was a librarian, and I love that. Like, it is absolutely hilarious to me. Also, divorce. I do really like to stand up with Fiore, but it got, well, destroyed, as we all know. I hope better for All-Stars. There's really not much more to note on Alec. I do like the strategic side. I do like his personality because I'm a huge Noah fan. For those who don't know, he's actually my favorite Teledrama character. So it's obvious I was gonna like Alec from the get-go. He's really, again, cool. He got robbed in episode 12. Can't be convinced otherwise. Overall, I do wish he had more development and was less bland, but overall, he's cool. Moving on to number 9.
You shut up!
But you...
Shut it already! I guess it's for MasterChef, not for a summer camp with crazy teens. I
need guys to get BTA and Miriam to her MasterChef, by the way, guys. BTA and Miriam for MasterChef, y'all. Let's get her to win MasterChef. All jokes aside, though, Miriam is such a fun character to watch. When I first watched her, I was like, okay, she's going to be like the pre-merge boo, she'll have this quick development, she'll be a cool character, and we move on. But that's not what happened, as anyone who's watched season 1 knows fully, that she actually won the season, which was a great surprise, and I think she's a good winner. However, again, that's an entire other discussion, but still, I think Miriam's development is one of the best I've ever seen when it comes to one of the Teledrama shows, because she started off so cranky, just not the best person to hang around, or the funnest person to hang around per se. And then after episode 5, she becomes such a sweetheart, and not only that, she becomes such a strategic machine. It's like, as soon as she's a good person, all right, now that I'm a good person, I'm actually gonna try and win this million, because why not? I mean, it's $1 million. I mean, it's said that she needs it for a retirement fund, but it's never really stated much afterwards. I wish we learned a bit more about her retirement fund and why she needs it for a retirement fund, all that, because I think that would also help her be a better winner, but that's just my opinion. Overall, she is such a fun character to watch. She actually slays the day away because she's just that iconic, except in episode 13. don't fake a heart attack, Miriam, never ever. Also, even earlier Miriam, which I've been kind of not saying too much on, she's absolutely hilarious. Earlier Miriam is the perfect joke, because once she like becomes nice, she doesn't have many jokes that much afterwards, but still. Miriam has hilarious jokes like episode 4. Yes, just yes. Overall, Miriam's such a fun character to watch. I'm happy she won, although I would prefer to. But still, we're going to be moving on to number 8.
I once won a beauty pageant because the other contestants got mysteriously sick. That $1 million is as good as mine.
Grett as a character was so fun to watch. Originally, I did not like her at all. I was on the Grett hate train from the get-go because she felt like a mix of Sugar and Heather to me. And I don't like Sugar, but I also like Heather, but it just, she did not vibe well with me. And I felt like she would just be this basic main antagonist who wouldn't do much, and I was like, okay. But that changed. In episode 6, she got eliminated, and I was just like, okay, my predictions were right. She basically did nothing, although there's that cool, like, scene where she's like, my parents don't really care for me, but they didn't really take that anywhere, and it's just been misidential, and we move on. But then, episode 6, Ellie and Grett swap teams. The best thing known to man, because Ellie needed to stay in, obviously. Okay, jokes aside though, this really helped Grett, and especially with the villain trio, the villain trio is so fun to watch. Oh my gosh, I wish we get to see more of it, because I loved seeing them just demolish the competition. If they were not exposed in episode 8, oh no. The entire game would have been done because these 3 are way too powerful. But anyway, it was cool seeing her development because she got development away from her parents, and we got to see her become this new self. She's kind of like Lake in that sense, so I am so excited to see her and like interact. Like, I just need to see it because they're so similar yet so different at the same time. And in the end, her elimination was absolutely iconic. You cannot debate this. I mean, she's just like, actually, that includes you guys. Beep all of you, peace out. Just iconic, actually iconic. So we're just going to be, and then the finale, she helps out Fiore, and it's absolutely just hilarious to see. And it's just, I wish Grett and Fiore were like still friends. I mean, they aren't enemies, but they are kind of like friendish, quote unquote. I don't know how to describe it. I guess neutral, maybe? Who knows at this point? But still, they are such a fun duo to watch. Anyways, we're going to be moving on to number 7.
To yourself. Not a talker? Nice to meet you, I guess.
Some of the Scenepacks I record just disappear. I don't get this. Fiore's disappeared too. What is going on? Whatever. So moving on to Fiore as herself as a character. She is an absolute blast to watch. She is just so funny too. Like, I swear, some of the roast that this child can bring is absolutely hilarious. Like that episode 11 scene, I think she was like, Boomer in first. It was just, yeah, it was so out of pocket too. It was absolutely hilarious. And then she's like, well, I hope you go to whatever Disney movie you're wrinkled. It is way too funny. So yeah, and she works so well as the main antagonist. She was actually very two-dimensional, if that makes any sense. Like she had this potential with Alec to be someone greater. But you know, that was thrown in the trash after episode 12. I just wish there was more. But another days for that. It's just so fun to watch her just demolish the competition. Did she get lucky? Yes, but every total drama villain or whatever has plot armor, so at this point, I can't even blame her. I think the only one who really didn't have plot armor you could really say is Grett, because it didn't feel like it. Who knows at that point? But still, really fun to watch. I cannot wait to see Fiore back because she looks like an angry 4th grader, and that fits Fiore way too well. Just yes, yes, and yes. So we're gonna be moving on to number 6 on this list.
What? The 2 of them are on teams? But we were told that the last 2 would be eliminated.
Popular opinion alert. I actually like Yule as a character. I think he is absolutely entertaining and funny. Oh my goodness. Actually, correction. Some of the things he says are funny. Like in episode 3 when he's like, I can barely shake their hand. Beautiful. It was so funny. Every time I rewatch that scene, it's just, I burst out laughing. It is just, yes, perfection. The voice actor too really brings you to life because, oh my goodness, he just sounds just the most scummiest person on earth, which is what he is, and it's just, yes. The main reason I do like Will's character though is because of how much entertainment he brings to the show. Bring merch, I think, is what most people in the fandom, I say most, in the Venom Disventure Camp Season 2, really think that is the best part of that season. So, and who was there that entire pre-merge? Yule. Yule brought the drama, the entertainment, and it was so fun to watch. However, once Yule goes out, it gets boring. You cannot convince me that episode 6 and episode 7 were both boring. It felt like something was missing. It felt, and yeah, in episode 8, I guess, was entertaining because the challenge was more drama-filled, but still, there was basically no drama until Karol came back to cause a little bit, and then Riya just went super villain mode, but I don't think any of them compared to how entertaining Yule made the show itself, so I am pumped to see him back for All-Stars. Although, I am kind of worried, why is this happening? Whatever. But Yule overall in season 2 is entertaining to watch, absolutely hilarious. Sometimes, some of the things he says are not funny at all, making that clear. And I think he also has a lot of potential considering the fact that I think he's this is off the top of my head too, because my brain is just, going blank. But I think he is, which offers a lot of potential for Yule's backstory itself, and I am excited to see if it actually occurs. So we're just going to be moving on to number 5 on this list.
You can find me at JamesCD. Follow me. I love you all. I will do everything you tell me out there.
Overall, it's just so fun to watch throughout the series. Although in the beginning he was just this like secondary antagonist, and I always thought, okay, Yule's out in episode 5. Clearly, if Yule gets out, it's gonna be James. He's just a secondary antagonist. But of course, my expectations were thrown out the window once episode 5 occurred, and still episode 5 season 2 is one of my favorites because of how just dramatic it is. The defeat of Yule is just perfection. Beautiful perfection. You deserved it. But anyways, it's just, and then after he just goes on this little redemption arc. However, my main issue with James, again, this is just me personally, I think he floated a bit. I wish we got to see him do more strategic things. I mean, yes, he was in danger like literally every elimination ceremony, but I wish we got to see him do more strategic, like in episode 8, to save himself, instead of being like, we need to vote for Lake because she's a threat or something like that. Like, work with others, chat with Ellie and Hunter, have more interactions besides Aiden, because I felt like that other than the main people they interacted with, we didn't really get to see screen time with the other people they did. So that's a very interesting perspective to take, James, I guess. He is just really fun to watch, though. He's cool. I do like his development from just one of the worst people to, but however, he did start off by using Aiden, so I feel like that's a bit toxic. I mean, yeah, he really wanted to make up for it, and he felt really bad for what he did, but like, still toxic, so that's just my opinion on all of this, though. Still, he's really fun, again, to watch and see grow throughout the season. I do really think he deserved his win. He was, again, just really to watch. And we're just going to move on to number 4 on this list, which is...
Sometimes I can get a little upset, but it's something I couldn't control. So I prefer to see the positive side of things.
Y'all, to be real with you guys, I used to be on the Gabby hate train. I used to just despise Gabby. I was like, why is she on screen? Please show me another character that's not Gabby. Anybody but Gabby, please. Which honestly is an odd one to despise, maybe, but I just not like her in the earlier episodes. However, over the episodes and over her interactions with Ellie, it was just, interactions with Ellie are wholesome, y'all, that's all I'm saying. Yes. Gabby and Ellie, just, interactions are so, okay. Moving past that point though, she developed over the episodes to be this character that I actually really enjoyed to watch, and I still really enjoyed to this time. I really do think she was robbed in episode 8, robbery, and also, villain trio, you idiots. Get out one of the trio. Clearly, plot armor for Tom, Jake, and Miriam. No. Still, who even knows at that point, but Gabby is so fun to watch, though. She has this Izzy persona, too, and I'm a huge fan of Izzy, too, so that also does help her in my rankings, personally. And she also has been, I can't wait to see her development in All-Stars. What does she have? Does she have schizophrenia? I don't know what she has. I do apologize if that is the incorrect term, but it was cool to see that side, the representation, I guess, but I don't know what else to really say on that front. But yeah, Gabby is a really cool character, and I really do enjoy watching her, and we're just going to move on to the top 3, starting off with...
Actually, I can't get much sun exposure. My skin is a bit sensitive.
Okay.
Another fun fact, Tom from the BTA was actually my favorite BTA character, and before you ask, no, I will not rewatch the BTA. I did go and watch the English dub just for fun, saw that Miriam clip, and I had to add it into this video, but otherwise, no. But still, Tom is so fun to watch over the episodes. He started off as this really mysterious, like, spy guy, and then he just becomes such a cool character in his development. That's not with Jake. His development overall is just so cool, and his interactions with Miriam and Ellie are also cool to see. Like, I also really like his interactions with, sorry, I don't know. Gabby, oh my gosh, his interactions with Gabby are amazing. Those two have such like a sibling dynamic, and it's so fun to see. Just yes, and yes. What else? Okay, Tom in episodes 9 through 13. Applause. He is such a fun character in them. He also carried the finale. I guess that's debatable, but I really do think he is just that good of a character in the finale. There's really not much more to say on Tom, but overall, he's a really good character, and I am so excited to see him back for All-Stars!
I hope we meet her when this is all over. Riya, Maggie, throw the flag at Aiden.
Lake, oh my goodness, Lake. Lake is so fun to watch overall. She becomes this actual powerhouse over the few episodes that she's in, and she is just, oh my goodness, the development is great to see, and this girl boss slays. She should have won immunity in episode 7, undebatable by the way. no, just aside. But episode 8, she also, and literally every time she slays, and she just is incredible to watch development-wise. She's incredible, the best development I think we can find in season 2 of Disventure Camp. Her interactions with others, say Rosa Maria, Maggie, Aiden, James, they're all so wholesome and they're all so sweet at the same time. And then her friendship with Crystal I also find really unique, so I do think that makes a lot of sense why she is coming back. But still, Lake is so fun to watch over the season she's in. I am so excited to see her back. Lake is easily just gonna be this icon. Just win it, Lake, win it. Also, her red look, her red wig. I like the fact that she even got to be dress herself the way she wanted to. That's amazing. Anyway, our first, which you all, if you've watched this channel or you remember which character that's left, then it's obvious who's number 1.
What makes you think you'll get far? Have you seen how fast the others are getting close to each other?
Oh my goodness. If you want to hear my full opinion finally, there's a 35-minute video on this channel just dedicated to Ellie. So you can check that out, but just to summarize, Ellie is my favorite easily. She is so fun to watch. Though she does do very messed up things, I'm not about to go on a defend rant yet of some of the things. But she overall still, I think, is a very complex and interesting character. Maybe not at the surface, but if you dive more deeper, her motivations are very clear, and it's so cool. She's basically what Riya could have been, and it shows why a lot of people do like Riya in my eyes. Because Ellie's arc is so similar to Riya's that it's like if Riya was executed with better writing, which, just to show the improvement, because Riya was so far back on the list, and Ellie being this high, just after like 1 or 2 seasons, shows how much the writing has improved on this show, and I am so excited to see what happens next. Ellie, again, is just so cool as a character to watch. Her interactions with everybody are wholesome, well, unless you're after Jade. Well, Miriam, Ellie's dynamic is really entertaining. Gabby and Ellie's dynamic is superior to all. But still, Ellie is just such a fun one, and I am so excited. We're gonna just quickly move on to the conclusion of this video, though. Yeah, that is my personal ranking on the Season 1 and Season 2 of Disventure characters. What are your rankings? I would love to hear them in the comments down below. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye, everybody!